What's cracking, gang? It's your boy Sensei Lit Glove, the bald head black anime nerd, back with my review of One Piece manga chapter 1076, Old Friends. And I'm gonna say real quick, excuse me, I am coming over a cold right now. Getting over a cold rather, and if my voice is going in and out while I'm recording this video, or if I sound like super snotty, that's why. But y'all gonna bear with me. I could not come in here and talk about this chapter because it was a pack of gas, a 2-pack of gas, as they would say. We lit, like we lit, like we are legit lit. I know I missed the last 2 chapters. Obviously, Vegapunk got captured. We got the panel with Zoro and Luffy sitting over Kaku and Lucci just kind of talking their shit. Real quick, I think Luffy's his strength gap closing in is getting the best of him. I think that's why that nigga getting tired now. We also got, I guess, more of a slight confirmation that there's a traitor amongst the 6 paths of Vegapunk. We're trying to figure out who the traitor is at this point, but now we're at this point, right? So the Seraphim have been attacking the crew, right? Because apparently somebody gave the order. They say that the only person that could give the order above them is Vegapunk himself. So either Saturn is on his, like, it's there already and we watching this in past time, like in past tense, or somebody's manipulating Vegapunk to like have him give these orders out, or like copying his voice or something like that, which I feel should be something that they should all be able to do, but that's neither here nor there. I think that's what's happening, but nonetheless, we're at a point where we have S-Hawk and S-Bear essentially fighting Zoro, Luffy, Kaku, Lucci, and the helmet path of Vegapunk. So we get a funny, hilarious ass like banter back and forth between Luffy and Zoro, with Luffy basically saying, oh yeah, we can free you. Zoro's like, no, what the fuck? Like, what are you freeing them for? Why are we doing that? Luffy asks, hey, are you guys gonna do bad shit? And then Kaku says no. Zoro's like, he's clearly lying. And then the helmet Stella starts talking to Lucci and Kaku like, hey, are y'all gonna like actually try to go kill me? Like, why are you here? Lucci tells the truth, like, we're here to kill you. And Kaku's like, yo, why are you telling them the truth? You trying to save us? Like, what's going on? So like that back and forth bickering was hilarious. I absolutely love that. But what I love more than the back and forth bickering was Luffy talking his shit. Like, talk your shit, Luffy. Like, he legit told him, okay, well, check it out. Give me the keys. You know you can't beat me, so I'm gonna free you, and once we done, you can just chill, because, like, if you try to go after my friends, like, you're gonna lose because you can't beat me. And that pisses Lucci off, because he like, what, nigga? Like, nah, I'm killing you first, and then I'm going for them. But obviously, Luffy knows, like, okay, you can't beat me, so it don't really matter. And it's crazy. I love that scene because that's exactly what I was thinking going into this situation. Like, none of these people in this room can beat Luffy and Zoro right now. So it's really like, it don't really matter to free them. Like, you can let them go and they can come and get smoke if they want. Vegapunk isn't there, really. They can get the smoke if they want, and they just gonna lose, and they back to square one, put the cuffs back on them. So I love that Oda had Luffy actually say that verbatim. So that, like, that actually made me very happy. But yeah, come on now, y'all not beating me, bro. Y'all not beating Luffy, so it is what it is. But the panel with them actually both combining attacks, Roku Gun and Kong Gun against S-Bear, and then Purgatory, and I forgot what Kaku's move was, but yeah, his Tempest Kick against S-Hawk, them landing at the same time. That was a cool ass panel. I love that. Kudos to that. But from there, we actually find out that this has been this plan to kill Vegapunk has been in place for some months now. And that was actually something that I wondered prior to the, like, I guess once we found out that CP0 was coming to do it. I'm like, was CP0 in my mind? I'm like, was CP0 the first set of people that they sent to do this? Did they think that they needed that caliber of Cypher Pole to kill this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he really that much of a threat? I didn't think that they thought that. And it's confirmed in this chapter that they didn't. Like, they sent CP5, 6, 7, 8. Like, they sent several levels of Cypher Pole to scope it out and see what, you know, see what's to it, to see, you know, how can we essentially accomplish this task of killing Vegapunk without it being a crazy, you know what I'm saying, demo or whatever. But they were all captured. And I'm guessing they were captured by the same person that captured Vegapunk. And we see that in this room where they are all captured, Vegapunk is also there. They've been there for about 2 months. So I'm thinking, because Vegapunk explains that the information the only reason why they're coming is because information had leaked that he had been studying the poneglyphs. So I'm guessing one of the rogue Stellas or one of the rogue paths of Vegapunk had, I don't know, he's fed up, he has an ulterior motive, or maybe he has a deal with Saturn or something where he needs to, he's like, okay, look, I'm gonna not tap into the big brain. I'm gonna let you know what we doing. Y'all pull up. I'm gonna lay out Vegapunk for y'all on the platter, and then we gonna get the going. What they didn't expect was Luffy and them coming, obviously. So that is the only wrench that was thrown in the plan. So I'm excited to see. We also got confirmation that all of these Navy ships are still pulling up. So it's interesting because if this is in real time, we get to see it play out in real time, but we also get to see how it played out in the past. But my thing is, if this is in the past, what's currently the future? Where are we at with it? But arguably the most exciting part of this chapter, and probably something that I would consider the most exciting thing to happen in One Piece in a while, we got Shanks, aka Mr. Bitches, about to engage with Kid again. And Kid is, I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. I have always been a Kid fan, but I actually might be riding a Kid wave, like legit. So here's my thought process, right? We see that Shanks is in Elbaf. Shanks pulls up with Elbaf and Groggy and what's his face that we saw in, I forgot the name of the island early on, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That island. We see that they knew each other. We didn't know that. So that was actually a cute little like tidbit of information. So they were actually having drinks, enjoying drinks, and there's some ships pulling up to engage. Those ships are Kid. So of course, Shanks and the crew, like Beckman and all of them, they all laughing at this nigga Kid. Like, bro, he want more smoke. Like, he probably mad that you took his arm. Like, yada, talking to Beckman, which is kind of crazy to me because did Beckman really take this nigga arm? Why you do that? But laughing and shit, Shanks got bitches swooning over him, and he like, all right, look, he got a choice. He either gonna give me his rubbing of the poneglyph, or he gonna catch these hands. Like, it's either that or that. I ain't got time for folks no more. So we forward over to Kid, and he like, all right, look, I ain't no bitch now. Like, I'm finna really get on that. Like, last time I lost my hand, Killer like, bro, you lost your hand last time. This time you probably gonna lose your life if you ain't careful. And Kid like, that's only if I lose on phoneme. Like, I'm okay, Kid. Like, I see what you're doing, but this is a very interesting concept that Oda has placed in front of us right now. Because let's do some thinking, right? Oda now has 2 supernovas who are being portrayed as equals to Luffy, both fighting Yonko on their own, right? We got Law fighting Blackbeard, and we now have Kid fighting Shanks again, right? I don't think that that Oda is going to have both of these supernova lose. He can't do that. I don't think he set this up for both of them to lose. But I also don't think he set it up for both of them to win. So one of them gotta lose and one of them gotta win. So like, now I'm playing with the idea in my head, like, what makes more sense for the story? Like, does Law winning make more sense for the story? If Law beats, well, I guess he can't really beat Blackbeard, but if Law survives the Blackbeard encounter with his devil fruit and his life, is that more of an interesting take towards the story, or is it more than likely that he loses his devil fruit and his life, or gets captured by Blackbeard? Obviously, we know that Garp is on his way to intercept Blackbeard or going to save Kobe, but does it make more sense for that to happen, or does it make more sense for Kid to have this encounter with Shanks and it go a different way than we expect, right? Because Kid is literally the king of L's in the One Piece universe at this point. Like, obviously we know he just got a dub with Law against Big Mom, so we know that that's there. But outside of that, the nigga catches L's left and right, bro. He went to Big Mom's territory, got smacked up. He only beat what's folks' name? Cracker? No, he ain't beat Cracker. The folks that was less than Cracker, I forgot his name, but the other sweet general, the 4th sweet general. He beat him, then had to move on. Actually, no, that was a Rouge. Scratch that. Kid went into Big Mom territory, got what he needed, and dipped, but he still lost that encounter. They did still get him the fuck up out of there. Snack was who I was thinking of, and that was a Rouge that fought Snack. So disregard. But Kid did still go to Big Mom's territory and get smoked and get kicked out. He also encountered Shanks, lost his arm not fighting Shanks, but fighting a member of Shanks's crew. We don't have any confirmation of who that is, although it's hinted that it's Ben Beckman. Okay, cool. He also got smoked by Kaido, had his whole team demoralized, and he was enslaved, and this, that, and the third. Like, this nigga is the king of L's. Like, he takes nothing but L's. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, Oda, you not finna have him fight Shanks. Like, set this up. It's one thing to set it up, and it's another thing to tell us that it happened and he lost a while ago, right? It's another thing to set it up. You're not gonna set this shit up just for him to catch another L. There has to be a different outcome. It has to be. Other than that, because if it's not, what's the point? Because Shanks is gonna be gassed to the roof, and I feel like at this point in the story, he's going to lose. Like, he's not, like, Shanks has to lose. And unfortunately for us, because we gas Shanks so much and we care so much about how he has been portrayed, when he does lose, no matter who it's to, we gonna call bullshit and we gonna be pissed, because based on the gassing and all the hyping that Oda has done for Shanks, he shouldn't lose to anybody in the verse. Like, he really shouldn't. Bro, the man defeated a whole admiral with Conqueror's Haki alone, and he wasn't even there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of hype that a lot of niggas have behind Shanks that just make it so that whenever he does take his downfall, niggas is not gonna like it. I think that Kid is going to have a positive outcome from this encounter. I personally think, and that doesn't mean that he's gonna mollywop Shanks or anything like that, but I think either a few things could happen. Either he does not give Shanks the rubbing and he gets away, right? He defeats some pretty notable characters, and Shanks backs down, whether, like, you can play that out in your head however you like. Shanks backs down on some, like, you know what? This ain't what we need to do. I'm finna dip. Like, I'll catch you next time. You had a good one, kid. Like, something like that. Or the fight is interrupted before either side actually takes L's, right? But either way, I think that this outcome has to look somewhat positive for Kid, because if it doesn't, what was the point? What does the story stand to gain from Kid getting a rematch with the Shanks pirate or with the red hair pirates and losing again? What does that stand to do? Like, Oda's been beating us over the head with this out with the old, in with the new concept. Like, Shanks is the old. Like, regardless of how hype he is still the old, and Kid is the new. Regardless of how many L's he has taken, he is still the new. So at some point, it's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen. And that's why I think Law is the one that's gonna catch the short end of the stick here, because unfortunately, he's up against another person that is the new and not the old. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I am very interested to know y'all thoughts, because this I'm so excited to see where this finna go, and I'm mad we on a break next week, but boy, this shit finna be fire. Let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think, how this outcome is gonna go. Who should win their encounter? Should it be Kid? Should it be Law? Who should lose? And if they are to lose, what way should they lose? You know what I mean? Like, let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Fuck with your boy Sensei Lay Glove. Follow me on Twitter at Sensei Lay Glove. Follow me on Instagram at Sensei Lay Glove. More content on the way. I know JoJo Lands just dropped, so trust and believe in the next week or two, I'm going to be putting together the Gloves Off JoJo edition. So if you are a JoJo fan, definitely pull up, because that shit gonna be live. Other than that, man, let me know what you thought of my review down in the comments below of the chapter. Yeah, man. Other than that, man, Sensei Lay Glove out.